let's get back to Mike Eppel. We were tallying up the numbers, seeing how much Warren Buffett is worth, and so we've come up with $1 gajillion. Yeah, you know what? And he is
almost
pretty close.
Yeah, very
pretty close to that one. And obviously, he's what was that?
Warren Buffett is worth $87 billion at last count.
Oh, nothing.
So you missed it by just a little bit.
I don't think mine was even a word. We're talking about his actions in Apple, buying up some more shares. So where do things stand right now with him?
Well, the fund that Buffett controls, Berkshire Hathaway, tomorrow is holding its annual general shareholders meeting. And this is a big event for market investors who like to listen to the wisdom of Warren Buffett. He's been one of the world's most successful investors. He's 87 years old, and every year puts out this letter to shareholders explaining his investment rationale. In this case, he's been buying into shares of Apple because he just thinks this company can do no wrong, and is now the third biggest investor in the company. Bought $13 billion worth of Apple stock in just the past first quarter, when a lot of people were very worried about Apple and maybe slowing down the earnings. It didn't turn out that way, of course. And Apple this morning is close to an all-time record high. So Buffett, again, proven correct with his investment strategy and making more money on Apple. Buffett is the third richest person in the world, behind Bill Gates, who's worth just over $90 billion, and Jeff Bezos, who recently crossed the $100 billion threshold in net worth because of the success of Amazon.com. We have the day after talk about Bombardier and that land sale, the Downsview lands, selling to the Canada Public Sector Investment Board pension fund for over $800 million. This is the biggest land sale in Canadian history, double that of the previous record, which was held by a land sale in Vancouver. Big question, what's going to happen to the Downsview lands? The production facility for Bombardier will stay there for a few years, but the local councillor, Maria Aguimari, says she hasn't heard anything about a rezoning application or anything of that nature, and the idea of it being put into residential use, that probably would actually not be as good for the city's tax coffers. They'd probably like something more business related for the new owners, or a mixed development where you got condos, housing, and businesses all interspersed on that near 400-acre property. We have this morning coming up some key U.S. economic statistics. Unemployment data for April. Will the U.S. unemployment rate fall to a near historic low of 4%? That's the forecast. That could, again, indicate a booming U.S. economy and the need to raise interest rates. So that's going to have market fallout today on that. And we're also watching the price for oil going into the weekend north of $68 a barrel on speculation the U.S. might tear up that Iranian nuclear accord and take Iran out of OPEC production. So that is something to watch, specifically at the gas pumps. I'll send it back to the studio.